So for the rewriting ones, we're going to do all of the odds. And then if you want to see one that I didn't do, I'll go back to that too. But let's take a look at number 1. So we're rewriting each equation in exponential form. So what do I start with? What's my base? 6. What would my exponent be? 2, and then what's it equal to? 36. Awesome. For number 3, what's my base? 14. What's my exponent? -2, and what's it equal to? 1 over 196. For number 5, we're putting it into logarithmic form. So start off with the word log. What's my base? 64. So it's log base 64. It becomes a little 64 on the bottom. What would come next? 8. And then what's it equal to? 1/2. All right, for 7, I have log. What's my base? 9. What comes next? 1 over 81. And what's it equal to? -2. Perfect. Next, I'm putting it into exponential form again. So what's my base? U. What's my exponent? V. And what's it equal to? 15 over 16. All right, for 11, what's my base? 7 over 4. What's my exponent? Y. And what's it equal to? X. For 13, what's my base? U. What's my exponent? -16. And what's it equal to? B. And then for the next one, I'm putting it into logarithmic form. So I start with the log. What's my base? U. What comes next? V. And what's it equal to? -14. So what's my base when I put this in exponential form? 289. What's my exponent? 1/2. And then what's it equal to? 17. Awesome. For number 4, what's my base? What's the exponent? 4. And then what's it equal to? 81. Perfect. Number 6, I have to put this into logarithmic form. So what do I start with?
Log 12.
Log, my base is 12, and then what comes next? 144 equals 2. Good with this? All right, number 8, what do I start with?
Log 1 over 12. And then your exponent is 1 over 144 equals 2.
Awesome. You don't have to put the parentheses, but if you wanted to, you could. You don't have to. All right. For number 10, we're putting it back into exponential form. So what's my base? What's the exponent?
4.
What's it equal to? Perfect. 12, what's my base? 2, what's the exponent? U, and what's it equal to? B. Perfect. 14, what's my base? Y, what's the exponent? -8, and what's it equal to? X. Awesome. And then 16, we're putting it into logarithmic form. So I start with the log. What's my base? What comes next? And what's it equal to? B. Any questions on that page? $17. Start off with log. What's the base? 1/5. What comes next? Y. And then what's it equal to? X. 19. Log. What's the base? 9. What comes next? And what's it equal to? Awesome. Do you guys have any questions on rewriting it? So let's look at evaluating. So for 21, this is going to be equal to some number x. So let's put it into exponential form. So what's my base? 4. What's the exponent? X, and what's it equal to? 64. So I just switched these. And 4 to what power gives me 64? 4 to what power? 4 to the third power is 64. So what is x equal to? 3. Awesome. So x is equal to 3. Let's do 23. So this is going to be equal to some number x. So my base is 4. What's my exponent? X. And what's it equal to? 16. So 4 to what power is 16? 4 squared. 4 to the second power. So what is x equal to? 2. For 25. What's my base? 5. What's the exponent? X. And what's it equal to? 125. So 5 to what power is 125? 3. So what is x equal to? 3. Right, 27. So my base is what? 343. So 343 to the power of x is equal to 7. So here my number gets smaller. So what do I know about the exponent? It has to be a fraction. So 343 to what power is 7? Remember, it has to be a fraction. It's 1 over 3. So it'd be 343 to the power of 1 over 3 is 7. So x is equal to 1 over 3. So you could always look backwards and say 7 to what power would give you 343. That would be the third power. But we know it has to be a fraction to make it smaller. So it'd be x is equal to 1/3. All right, 29. So what's my base? 64. What's the exponent? X. And what's it equal to? 4. So 64 to what power is equal to 4? Here it gets smaller, so what do I know my answer has to be? A fraction again. So 4 to what power would give me 64? 4 to the third power, so what does x have to be? 1/3, because it has to be a fraction to make it smaller. This is equal to x. So what's my base? 6. What's the exponent? What's it equal to? So 6 to what power is 216? 6 to the third power. So x is equal to 3. All right, for the next one. What's my base? 3. What's the exponent? X, and it's equal to 1 over 243. So here it turns into a fraction. So what do I know my exponent has to be? Negative. So 3 to what power would give me 243? -5. Perfect. Because 3 to the 5th power would be just 243. But to make it a fraction, it has to be negative. You can just start away. All right, 26. This is equal to x. So what's my base? 2. What's the exponent? And what's it equal to? So 2 to what power is 4? 2. So that would be x is equal to 2. 28. What's the base? 2. What's the exponent? What's it equal to? So 2 to what power is 16? 4. Awesome. So x is equal to 4. If you guys don't know that off the top of your head, once your exponent starts to get higher, it gets a little harder. But you just write 2 times 2 times 2, because we know 2 times 2 is 4, so it's not that. 2 times 2 times 2 would be 4 times 2, which is 8, so it's not that. If we multiplied another 2, that gives us 16. So that would mean it's 2 to the 4th power. All right, and last one, number 30. So what's the base? 6. What's the exponent? What's it equal to? 1 over 216. So here it turns it into a fraction. So what do I know about my exponent? Has to be negative. So 6 to what power is 216? To the 3rd power. So it'd be negative 3. So number 18. Start with log. What's my base? What comes next? Awesome. X, and then it equals y. And last one like that, number 20. Start with the log. What's my base? B. What comes next? And what's it equal to? A. Any questions on those?